What's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure review, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Star Wars 7-inch Boba Fett figure from Diamond Select Toys. And what's so crazy about this thing is that it was a complete surprise. It came out of nowhere. I didn't see any leaks, I didn't hear any rumors, nothing like that. Just one day someone posted a picture of this 7-inch Boba Fett figure that they found in their local Disney store, and it was a complete surprise, and that is awesome. Diamond Select has been pretty good about keeping secrets over the last couple years, so I think it's so great that they do that, and it was really nice to be caught off guard by something new and exciting. And honestly, I think this figure looks badass. I can't wait to open it up and check it out. I know it's not going to have the most articulation, and you know, it is what it is. It's a Diamond Select figure, but I did see MCU Collector's review, and it looked like it had more articulation than I was expecting, so that made me really excited about it. Luckily, I was able to find him at my local Disney store. I picked him up, and here we are. So let's go ahead and get into this, starting with the packaging. It is the standard Diamond Select packaging, which, you know, as you guys know, I really dislike. It's huge, it's a waste, it's just crazy. But the figure does look cool in there. You can see his accessories. Down here it says Star Wars. Over here it says Boba Fett Select. And then it also says exclusively at Disney. And then on this side of the box we get a shot of Boba Fett himself from the movie. And then on the back here we get another shot of Boba Fett from the movie. So yeah, there you go. This is crazy. I want to try to see who sculpted it. I think I know, but it doesn't say it on here, so I don't know. It's probably sculpted by Gentle Giant. I'm gonna have to get confirmation on that. But yeah, this figure looks awesome, man, and it's crazy. It would have been cool to find this like at the Disney park, you know. It would have had some Disney magic on it. But as it is now, there's a dash of Disney magic because I got it at the Disney store. So I'm excited about it. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look. And so here we have Boba Fett right out of the box. And man, I gotta tell you guys, I'm very impressed with this figure. I knew that it was gonna look good, but what caught me by surprise is the articulation. The articulation on this figure is just as good, if not better, than the articulation on the Black Series Boba Fett. And I was not expecting that. So they did a great job with this thing. And man, just look at it. It looks awesome. I love all the details on him, all the battle damage and just the wear to the armor, all the texture on the cloth areas, and just the dirty look. It looks so good. And in the packaging, he does come with these like rocket blast effects coming out of the little jetpack things, and they're kind of hard to remove, so you need to be careful when you're messing with those, but they look awesome. And since we're talking about effects and stuff, let me go ahead and show you this. So check this out. There's a little piece on his arm that you could remove, and then you could stick in this fire effect. Oh, look at that. That is so awesome. And you know, it's just a matter of finding a good way to pose him with that. But look at that. That is super dope. I can't believe how many accessories this guy comes with. Just simple. I mean, not a lot, but the stuff that he does come with is very effective. Like these rocket booster effects, the fire. He's got some other cool stuff that we'll talk about later, but yeah, I really like that fire. That's so awesome. But man, I'm kind of surprised by this figure, you know. I didn't think that I mean, like I said, with Diamond Select, I usually know what to expect. A good looking figure, but in this case, they gave me more than that, and that's very exciting. So let's go ahead and get in close and take a look at the details on this guy. The paint and the sculpting work is very well done on Boba Fett. I love the way that the helmet looks. It's all dinged up and battle damaged. And it does look kind of messy, but it works for Boba Fett. So I think they did a great job with that. I like all these scratches. We've got the dent on the top of the helmet. It all looks really nice. And I like how the black kind of has a shiny look to it. Kind of makes it look like glass, you know, so that's cool. And then moving down into the body, we have the emblem right here. And then a bunch of battle damage, some dings. It looks like he got shot right there. And we got his logo on the side that looks nice. It looks very detailed and clean. Look at that. That's really cool. Then on this side, it's all battle damaged and messed up, but all of it looks really nice. Then we have the Wookiee hair right here, which doesn't have a whole lot of detail, but you could obviously see what it's supposed to be. I think it's Wookiee hair. Correct me if I'm wrong. I like Boba Fett, but I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, so I don't know every single specific detail about all these little cool Easter eggs that Boba Fett has all over him, you know? But the figure captures all that stuff very well. It all looks nice. And then we have the belt thing. The belt thing shifts around thankfully, so it doesn't get in the way of the articulation, so that is awesome stuff. And then there are pouches attached to the side of the little belt thing. And he's got his kneecaps that have a bunch of little scratches, and then these things on the side. Man, the sculpting work on this figure is amazing. Look at all the texture. And then the paint too. They did a good job with the paint. And taking a look at his forearm blaster things. Now this little piece does make me nervous because it does come out so you can put the flame effect in there. And it's kind of easy for it to just fall out. So you want to be careful with that. But yeah, this looks really good. And the hands look nice. We've got that signature Boba Fett padded glove thing going on. And let's look on this side too. This side looks really good as well. I'm not a huge fan of how they did this though. I mean, this is kind of a hard piece to Boba Fett to try to figure out, you know, like how to keep all these things attached to the forearm and still give it articulation, you know. That's kind of a tough one, but I'm not a huge fan of how they did it here. Because when you bend the arm, it all comes apart and it's just kind of hanging out there. But you know, it is what it is. And then on the back of the figure, we do have his rocket pack that looks really nice. This gets a little warped from messing with it, but it's not a big deal. It still looks good. A lot of nice detail on here, a bunch of scratches and dings and all kinds of good stuff. And then we have the actual blast off effect that looks really good, which is like it's like a translucent plastic, but it does look really nice. I love all the colors here. We've got some dark oranges, some light orange. It's a really nice flame effect. And you got to be really careful pulling these things in and out. They're on the figure in the package, and they're like pretty much, they're in there really tight. And when you start messing with this, as you could see, the plastic of the, I don't know what you would call this thing, but the exhaust maybe? I don't know. But it's kind of soft. So you want to be very careful. I wish they would have made these things like so they could rotate, but they do not. So yeah, you got to be very careful when pulling out these little blast effect things. But it's very cool that they included them. It's nice that they're removable and they look really good. But yeah, so that's about it for the paint details and the sculpting work. I think they did a great job and this figure looks amazing. Boba Fett does come with a bunch of great stuff aside from the blast effects that we already looked at. He also comes with two different sets of hands. First off, we have a set of gun gripping hands. And then he has a set of open, relaxed hands. And speaking of his gun, he also comes with his iconic blaster, which looks really nice. And the blaster has a really cool blast effect that you could stick into the barrel and make it look like he's shooting his gun. So that is really cool. The only thing I feel like he's missing is his handgun pistol thing. But luckily, the Marvel Select Boba Fett looks pretty good with the Black Series little handgun. And the Black Series Boba Fett gets no love around here anymore, so he's getting jacked for his gun. And the Marvel Select one is probably going to hold it for a while. This is awesome. But yeah, this is the only accessory I think that Boba Fett is missing here. And then here's a closer look at the blaster that he comes with. It does look really nice. It does have some great sculpted detail. But the thing that really takes it over the top is this right here. This is awesome. Look at the different colors in there. That looks really, really cool. So the blaster definitely serves its purpose. You know, it's Boba Fett's blaster. It is what it is. But the thing that really takes it to the next level is this effect. And it plugs right into the barrel. And you could remove it. There we go. And there you go. Maybe you could use this for like something else too. Then here's a closer look at the flame effect while we're zoomed in here. And this looks really nice too with all the different colors. With the yellows, the oranges, the reds. It looks great. And this, once you plug this into the figure, you don't have to worry about it falling out. It holds in there pretty securely. You just have to put it in there the right way. And once you plug it in, it's not going anywhere. So that's a really cool effect. I don't think we've seen this on a Boba Fett figure close to this scale. Maybe like one of the more expensive figures like Hot Toys or something might have included something like this, but you know, Black Series didn't have this and neither did the Mafix or the Figure Arts. So this is an awesome accessory. And now for some size comparisons, we have the Diamond Select Boba Fett alongside the Black Series Boba Fett and the Mafix Boba Fett. And honestly, I think the Diamond Select one blows the Black Series one out of the water. Like, it's no competition. The Diamond Select one is a lot better. And in Hasbro's defense, the Black Series Boba Fett figure did come out a long time ago, and Hasbro's come a long way since then, and that's apparent in the new Mandalorian figures. Both of these guys are awesome. Hasbro did a great job with them, and I know that they're supposed to do a deluxe Boba Fett, and hopefully when that comes out, he's as good as these Mandalorian figures. But even if that's the case, I don't think it's going to be as good as the Diamond Select one. But the comparison will be a little bit more, it'll be closer, it'll be a little more fair. So maybe I'll wait to do a comparison video until that deluxe Boba Fett figure comes out. But I would love to see Select do a Mandalorian figure. That would be awesome, because yeah, they killed it with this Boba Fett, and like I said, I think he's better than these Mandalorian figures, to be honest with you. And then next up we have the Diamond Select Boba Fett alongside the Mafix Darth Vader version 2, I think that is, I'm not 100% sure. And then on the opposite side we have Obi-Wan Kenobi dressed up as a stormtrooper. So as you could see, this Boba Fett figure can't really fit in with your 6-inch lines, whether it's Mafix or Black Series or whatever. He's a little too big. I mean, you could probably fudge it with perspective or something like that, but just standing next to each other, he's too big. And for now, he's gonna live in a world all his own until Diamond Select puts out more Star Wars figures. And of course, we have him alongside the Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man and Marvel Legends Bucky Cat. And just to give you a look at him alongside a couple of other 7-inch scale figures, here we have him with the NECA Alpha Predator and the NECA King Kong. And Boba Fett's articulation is surprisingly good. He has way more going on than I would have expected. He doesn't have a crazy amount like a import figure or anything like that, but for a Diamond Select Boba Fett figure, he's got like way more articulation than I was expecting. So like I said, he's got as much articulation as the Black Series version, if not maybe more. But yeah, they did a great job with it. So let's go ahead and get into it, starting off with the head. First off, the head does move side to side, and it is on a double ball joint, so it does get some pretty good tilt, and you could kind of shift it around and do different things. Like you could shift it down and have him look down to about right there, shift it to the back to maybe get him to look up to about right there. It's not a whole lot, but it's pretty good range for a dude in a big ass helmet. Then you get some tilt, and yeah, the head movement is pretty good. And I don't know if this counts as articulation, but this thing goes up and down too. So there you go. And then for the torso, that's where I was really caught by surprise, because the torso is actually really good. So we have a diaphragm joint, so we get a little bit of twist from it. And he can't twist all the way around, but he twists enough. And then we get some side to side. And then it could bend back to about right there, which is pretty good considering he has a jetpack and this cloth piece, which is kind of hard. You could still get him to bend back a pretty good amount. And then you could also get him to bend forward a really good amount, which that's where I was like, what's going on here? I was not expecting that, man. I was I was hoping just to get a little bit of movement out of that thing, but look at that. He bends forward a really good amount. More than the Black Series one for sure. But yeah, that really caught me by surprise. I mean, Diamond Select makes Spider-Man figures with diaphragm joints that hardly move. I usually have to pop them apart and cut away at shit and make it work. But with Boba Fett, there's enough going on here, man. I'm happy with this. So, man, I'm glad to see that Diamond Select went all out with the articulation and they made it work. Because I know a lot of time the sculptors put the articulation in there, but it doesn't make it, you know, to our hands. For whatever reason, things change. But with Boba Fett, it worked out just fine. I'm very happy with the torso articulation. And then for the arms, they are very similar to like a Black Series figure. We don't have any upper bicep cut or anything like that, but the arm does go all the way around. And you can bring his arms up a pretty good amount, but you have to tuck the shoulder armor into the torso area there. So you can make that work. Bring his arms up a really good amount. Have him up like that. There you go. What's up, Mando? He's ready to do it. There you go. So that looks good. And then for the elbow, he has a single jointed elbow, which again, it looks like it gets more range than the Black Series. I'm gonna have to do a comparison or something, man. And then we also get a swivel at the elbow. And anything else? That's about it there. And then at the hand, we have a hinge and a swivel, but it's a little hindered by all this stuff that he has going on right here. And then on this side, it kind of sucks. This is one thing I dislike about this figure, and that's that these cables and stuff that attach to the lower forearm, they come apart when you bend the arm. So that's one thing the Black Series one did better. So I wish they would have figured something out here. But what is kind of cool, when you shift the arm around and these are plugged in, they kind of move with it. So there's like a separate little piece. See? Yeah, so I mean, this aspect of this character design, I'd imagine, is kind of hard to bring to life in figure form. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to switch that up or what I'm going to do with that. You know, it's not a big deal though. Just something that kind of annoys me, but it's okay. And then for the legs, he can kick forward only to about right there. So if you have to have him like slipping and falling, whoop. Then you could bring his leg out to the side to about right there. Damn, that's a really good amount. Then you could bring his leg back to right there. And then we do have upper thigh swivel. And then double jointed knees. Let's do this side. There we go. Look at that. Really good bend at the knee. And then let's see. No lower leg swivel, but the feet go forward to about right there, which is pretty nice. Then they come up. Do they come up? They only come up to about right there, but then we do have rocking ankles. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the articulation on this guy. And now I know MCU Collector was trying to get him to hold his rifle in a way where it could kind of look like he's looking into the scope or something. And it's tough, but it's possible. Let me go ahead and try to see what we could do here. And it's less about the capability of the figure and more about the size of the stock, I think it's called, on the gun. The stock is a little long and it's kind of making it difficult for it to work. But I think if the stock was smaller, you could probably get him to do it. So there we go. Makes it a little easier if you use the other gun gripping hand to hold on to that part of the gun, whatever it's called. I'm going to stop calling pieces of the guns by random names. And then also if you have this hand kind of popped out a little bit, that helps too. But yeah, there you go. You could definitely get him in a rifle shooting pose. May not be perfect, but I mean, it's pretty damn good. So I'm happy with the articulation and the posability and the overall fun factor of this figure. I'm kind of having a blast messing around with it. Like I said, it just caught me by surprise, and that's always like a pleasant experience when you're not really expecting a whole lot out of a figure in terms of articulation, but then once you start messing with it and posing it around, you could do more than you expected. That's always fun. So that's the joy that this Boba Fett brought me. Alright, so not only was this figure a huge surprise in the way that it was released, but it was also a huge surprise in terms of quality, because I was not expecting this figure to be as good as it is. Diamond Select did an incredible job with this thing. It's almost perfect in my opinion. The only thing I feel could have been a little bit better are the arms. Maybe some more range in the elbows or some additional articulation in the shoulders or something. But as it is, it's damn near perfect, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really surprised by the torso articulation. That's really what has me so blown away, because everything else, you know, I was kind of expecting everything was pretty standard for a Diamond Select figure, but I was not expecting to open him up and have that much range in the torso and just that much posability overall. This guy's a lot of fun to play with, and he looks beautiful. The sculpting work is awesome on it, the paint work is awesome, and then he comes with a bunch of crazy ass accessories. All those blast effects and blast off effects and guns. I do wish that he came with his handgun. I like that he came with his iconic rifle, but I think it would have been dope to have his handgun too. But like I said, I'm going to take the handgun from the Black Series Boba Fett, and I'm good to go. And another thing I really like about this figure are the proportions of it, especially in regards to like the size of his head. You know, it's like perfect to the rest of the body. It looks like an actual head would fit inside of that helmet. That's a mistake I feel like other Boba Fett figures have made. Their heads are too small. It doesn't really look like a human-sized head could fit in there. But this Boba Fett looks very realistic in the head helmet area. And one thing I would suggest being very careful with is handling the rifle, because the scope on the rifle is a little fragile. On mine, it kind of started to look like it was going to break, so I went ahead and just took it off and then re-glued it down. And now it's fine. It's an easy fix, but still, it kind of sucks, and it's something to look out for. So be aware that the scope on the rifle is a little fragile. But man, I am really impressed with this figure, and I hope that Diamond Select continues on with the Star Wars stuff. I know they have Darth Maul. I haven't seen any in-hand pictures of that, so I'm not too sure how that's going to come out, but if that's as posable as this, I'll be happy. From what I've seen, it looks like maybe the face sculpt isn't that great, but you know, who knows what's going on with the body. But I'm really looking forward to checking that one out and seeing how posable it is, because if it's as posable as this, I'm gonna love it. But yeah, man, they killed it with this. And I would love to see Diamond Select do a Mandalorian figure or Jango Fett. Just all the Mandalorian type of armors. Just do them all. Especially if they're going to come out this good. But man, good job, Diamond Select. I'm like blown away. And this figure was only $24.99 at the Disney Store and on the Disney Store website. So go check that out. You'll be able to pick this guy up. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. So anyways, I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you know every time that I go live. That's it. Thank you very much. Peace.